It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not even about us. It's about legacy. It's about what we choose to leave behind for future generations. And that's why, for the next year, and for the first time since 1974, the best and brightest men and women of nations and corporations the world over will pool their resources, share their collective vision to leave behind a brighter future. It's not about us. Therefore, what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is welcome back.
The work of a single organization, the Syndicate. A rogue nation, trained to do what we do, imbued with a new sense of purpose.
The Syndicate, you say? Yes, sir. That's what he calls it.
Drag racing, the ultimate in head-to-head speed competition. It's the U.S. National Drag Racing Championships.
It is only fitting that the winningest driver in U.S. Nationals history is local favorite Bob Glidden, who raced out of his home-based shop in Whiteland, Indiana for his entire career.
Bob Glidden and the Ford. In the far lane, the Chevrolet of Joe Satmary. Satmary from Merrillville, Indiana, has his work cut out for him. Glidden has been in the finals of 11 straight national events. He has won 17 national titles. Glidden, debuting a new Ford Fairmont in the middle part of this season, has absolutely dominated pro stock racing since that time. The burnout's completed, approaching the starting line. Glidden in the Ford, Satmary in the Chevrolet. A lot of RPM, and they leave the line together. Glidden pulling an early lead. At the middle of the course, he extends it, and it is Bob Glidden winning the race. 8.61 seconds elapsed time, a speed of 146 miles an hour. The battles continued. Warren Johnson and Bob Glidden. The cars updated as we went through the years. It was 1988. when Bob and WJ once again sat on the starting line at Indy in the U.S. Nationals, and that race was decided at the line. WJ redlined it. That was Rusty Glidden in the background giving his impression of a two-legged pogo stick.
Every win's a special win, but this is Indianapolis. This is the Super Bowl of racing.
All too often, the words work ethic are misused. They're used to describe the guy digging a ditch. They're described in any number of ways, or the lack of a work ethic. If I were looking for one individual that would be synonymous with work, his name would have to be Bob Glidden.
As our family grew, you know, Bill and Rusty and Etta and myself just kind of worked together really hard for a lot of years to make this work. And we were lucky enough to be successful early, so we got some sponsor support, you know, years ago when most teams didn't have.
Until John Force eventually broke his records, Glidden reigned for years as the winningest driver in NHRA history with 85 career victories and 10 national event titles, and most consecutive Pro Stock National Championships, 5.
Now, I know a lot of you people are frustrated, you're full of anxieties and desires. And due to the fact that the world is now tottering on the brink, overlooking the precipice, bordering the abyss, I'm sure there are a lot of problems that do hurt you. I'm here to clarify those issues. Now, are there any questions?
Why is the sky blue? Remember, you planted certain questions for me and Mary to ask you. And one of them was, why is the sky blue?
Oh, yeah.
And what was your answer?
Oh, that's a two-part question. Yeah. First, you ask why. Why has been plaguing man since time immemorial. Statesmen, philosophers, educators, teachers,
scientists have been asking the ultimate why, and in these few moments allocated me, it would be ludicrous on my part, for the sake of brevity, to delve into the ultimate why. Is the sky blue?
Yes.
Who describes himself as the world's greatest authority, and whose act was a majestic chaos of crumbling half-sentences. I always say that we've been living under a kakistocracy. Now, the word kakistocracy comes from kaktos, from the Greek meaning bad, and kaka from the Yiddish meaning shit. Thank you.
Do you have the Times at all?
Nah, shit. What, News or the Post? I started about maybe 17 years ago, and there was a guy that he used to give me papers every day. And by selling those papers, I collected almost $41,000. Oh, 25 cents, you can't go broke with a fucking quarter. I don't know how I do it. I think my key is to try to make the words follow each other without being abrupt. The line comes from one steady stream rather than in raindrops.
Irwin Corey is a prominent comedian, performer, and satirist. He was blacklisted during the 1950s for his left-wing political opinions. As a result of the blacklist, he was unable to get the kind of work that his talent and experience would have permitted. Due to the after effects of the blacklist, Corey was not able to get work on television and movies until the 1970s and 80s.
Yeah, that's good. Irwin Corey, you were ahead of your time. Thursday, December 16th, 1982. In 1982, I was ahead of my time. I feel more like I do now than when I first got here. And this in itself shows that the development of those who realize the aspect of joining a curiosity which can only develop after the basic information is given, so that these allegations cannot be supported by any contribution that you might endeavor. What was the question? If the House Un-American Activities Committee ever called upon me, and they would say to me, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And my reply to that would be, sir, do you mind repeating the question?
I have a lot of fashion book, with my own collection because I want to invent the fashion for the life of every day, for the working woman. I want to keep the same quality, not just for evening, but for the mornings. I think you need a friend. Early in the morning, maybe you are depressed and you open your wardrobe and you need to find a dress that smiles to you and say good morning. You can have for the day together very well. And I can stay long with you, and so this is the sense of fashion. Not to have in fashion one more problem. The life is dramatic enough. I think we need some easy, talented, cultured fashion that help the quality of our life. And this is the message of fashion, in my opinion. This is what the Italian designers have done, to invent a style of life in dressing, in living, in decoration of the house, in relation between people, and this takes a long time.
The $6 Million Man is on every Wednesday night.
And tell us about that.
It's an offshoot of NBC. It's on every Wednesday night, and all the children, all the kids today are seeing it, and they absolutely love it. And the Bionic Woman, let's not forget them. They're on Tuesday night around 9 o'clock.
The nominees for tonight. Anybody specific you're rooting for?
Actually, I want to see a lady that I came over to do a picture with, and she did the Sky movie.
Gravity?
Gravity, yeah. And Gravity, and the lady that played it.
Sandra,
yeah. When we were getting ready to do a job, we got her on I saw her in New York. I was producing it, and I was the first one that brought her out to California.
Thank you so much for your time, Richard. Great words. And this is Nicole with Real TV Fields at the biggest Oscar gala of the night.